Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2, where today we are showcasing a really big feature from Update 7, and that is petting zoos. Yes guys, it is now available in this game to build your own petting zoo. How cool is that? Something I used to do when playing Jurassic Park Operation Genesis all those years ago was create a little petting zoo, because as I'm sure plenty of you guys who did play the game, I'm sure you would have known that the smaller herbivores wouldn't actually terrorize your guests. So you could have a walkthrough exhibit like a petting zoo, which was just something I always did in my parks. Unfortunately, the first Evolution game and Evolution 2 up until today didn't really do that. So we didn't really have the chance to do that, but today we do. And I'm so excited to finally showcase to you guys how to build a working petting zoo in Jurassic World Evolution 2. So firstly, this is just going to be like a little idea kind of video so you guys can get the gist of it and kind of maybe mash it up into your own unique kind of appearance, let's say. So yeah, you want to start off anywhere in your park. I've already built like a small little entrance, nothing spectacular, just to kind of get the gist of it all. And yeah, so the idea I always had was to start off building with I want to go with a medium size and just go straight, because then this will be the little entrance. Now thank you for Jurassic World Evolution and Jurassic World Evolution 2 for adding curved path tools, because that's just made my life so much easier to make walkthrough exhibits much more walkable and nicer to just, I don't know, witness and enjoy, I guess. So you want to kind of add a bit of curve in there every now and then you want to add like a little exit like that. So keep the exits quite straight. Same thing goes over here. You'll probably want to connect up different segments, so that's what we'll go ahead and do. We won't connect it via the path, we'll connect it eventually to the path like that. That way you have a better connection, and why not? I think this area looks quite nice as well. So what I'm going to do is try and add this little walkthrough exhibit, just like so. Just so it's a little bit nicer. There we go. So it splits off there and it splits off there. That way, if we do, hold on, if we do that and then add a straight portion, that'll be an exit. We can do it here. That was not straight. And yeah, so we can add a straight one there, and we already have a straight one there. So yeah, it doesn't really look like too much at this point in time, but bear with me, bear with me. So firstly, I know we have these, where are they? Is it this one? Yeah, so we have these invisible fences. You're welcome to use them, but for me, I think that kind of defeats the point of a petting zoo, in my opinion. But, you know, each to their own. I'm sure some people out there would absolutely love it. Unfortunately, we don't really have smaller fences, which is what I would much love. I would much prefer that. So what we'll go ahead and do is create an entrance area there. This way, it will stop the dinosaurs from being encouraged to walk down the path. Yeah, so it will stop the dinosaurs from being encouraged to walk down this path. And then you can just follow the path along with the fence, if it will let me. I don't think it's going to let me, so we'll just do a little 90-degree angle, I guess. And we'll just continue it, I don't know, into the wilderness, let's say. You also want to do the same on each side here as well. So let's rotate that and keep it straight across the path. And there we go. So we've got a little unique abstract exhibit here. It's not the it's not the greatest or the best. Is that a word? That's not a word. Of course, it's not a word. Yeah, so it's not the best exhibit, but you know, it's just to kind of have like a little walkthrough place for your guests. You're welcome to fill it in with whatever you want. I'm going to do a little bit of water so they can have a watering hole section over here, so the dinosaurs are encouraged to move around. Let's add a little river as well. Why not? Thin it out a little bit. And obviously, you know, if you want certain dinosaurs in certain areas, you just got to fill it up with food. So whatever's going to eat these leafy climbers, whatever you want to call them, are going to go over there. The fibrous ground cover dinosaurs will probably head on over here. And the tall leaf dinosaurs, why not? We'll add the tall leaf ones. Although I don't really know how it would work with Brachiosauruses, because I'm pretty sure they'll stomp on guests. But yeah, so far looking good. Now, obviously, you want to attach a hatchery right here, or at least somewhere outside of the exhibit, and connect it up, because unfortunately that's still a thing in Jurassic World Evolution 2 where everything needs to be connected. Okay, now we've got our dinosaurs on the go. We're going to go ahead and release all of them. These guys, I believe, are modded, yes. So I do have modded skin patterns, so if you don't see this in your game, that's understandable. Relax. These are, some of them are modded. I believe I've got the JPOG skins for the majority of the, actually all of the JPOG dinosaurs. So Dinosaurs is also going to have them, just like the Homalocephale had right there. There you go. Just to make it feel like JPOG a little bit more. Okay, Kajal, shush. We've also got Aranosauruses ready to be released. Oh my god, they're so loud. Shrupiomimus and Parasaurs as well. Now, what I wanted to go ahead and do was to make it kind of a little bit more realistic. So, I don't really want a Therizinosaurus walking in here, because that would ultimately, I guess, kill people. So, to make it more realistic, we're not going to go ahead and put dinosaurs like that in there. But, you know, Parasaurs, they can kill people if, you know, annoyed, but I guess it's not that bad. In fact, I do want to put a Gallimimus in there as well, because I remember having loads of Gallies in there. We've got the 1993 skin pattern, or we've got the JPOG. We're going to go ahead and put JPOG skin pattern. Why the hell not? Let's go with JPOG Gallimimus, and we'll release them. Now, unfortunately, I am still worried that the dinosaurs are going to walk down these paths, which does concern me just a little bit, primarily because there's no, like, deterrence. You know, in JPOG we had things where they could push the dinosaurs away. So I definitely put them here so it encouraged dinosaurs to go elsewhere, but there's only so much we can do. So we'll let them expand, and hopefully they won't feel the need to come down any of these areas. But what I have just realized is that for guests, they need a purpose or reasoning to come down here. So we're going to go ahead and put loads of stuff, I guess. Okay, so now I have guests' needs are on, hopefully, and once guests do start coming into the park, we should eventually start seeing... Oh my god, there's so many dinosaurs. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so we should eventually start seeing guests walking through. It's just dinosaurs at the moment. Hopefully they start dispersing and going into their own different areas. And hopefully they don't start walking down here. The pro tip is to make this as thin as possible. To the point where the dinosaurs don't really want to go down here because it kind of glitches, let's say. That is a really nice skin pattern for the Shrupiomimus. I had no clue that existed. Wow, look at that. Okay, so guests are walking in. Now, originally, I believe they should be quite upset. So, what I think I'm going to do is actually get rid of these. I know it looks like a nice entrance, but if we get rid of those, then they should be even more encouraged to go through the paths onto the other side and find the amenities that they need and desire. So yeah, look, they are completely fine with the dinosaurs. This Homalocephale, I wish it wasn't walking down here, which is quite annoying. But yes, they are completely fine with the dinosaurs and will walk away. But how do we do this, you might be asking? That's actually so cute though. That is so cute. But how do we do this? Well, once you go over here, you go into, I believe, sandbox settings. And then you want to go to dinosaurs. And once we click on dinosaurs, we have this new option here, dinosaur danger to guests. So if you turn it on, then the dinosaurs will terrify your guests and they'll run around going crazy and probably run into the guests and kill them. However, if you do want to do what I'm doing right now in this little park build, all you got to do is set the setting to off, or carnivores only if you want. But set it to off and you go back and it's completely fine. The guests will be able to walk through and they will not be panicked or terrified by your herbivores or carnivores no longer. And the carnivores won't attack them. I mean, it doesn't look like the collisions... Okay, no, collision is also turned off, so the guests won't even take damage. So yes, you can have a complete walkthrough exhibit for your guests. That makes them completely happy. And it just looks awesome. Oh, it makes me happy. It definitely puts a smile on my face, I can promise you that. Oh my goodness. And the JPOG colour schemes as well from this mod just make everything so much more better. Wow. It's so nostalgic. But yes, that's pretty much all you have to do for a walkthrough exhibit, let's say. Just add a bit of curved paths and add some fencing, some very tight fencing. Otherwise the dinosaurs will be able to walk down here, unfortunately. But yes, that's pretty much all you have to do for a walkthrough exhibit. Previously we could do something similar, but you had to put the invisible fencing across the paths, which means the dinosaurs couldn't walk on the paths, which was quite upsetting at the time. But now that we have this new feature, you can make walkthrough exhibits, which is just so cool. It really is. It makes this game so much more in depth and gives you much more, I don't know, ideas to play around with, I guess. Just makes everything so much better. So yeah, that's pretty much how you build a walkthrough exhibit or a petting zoo in Jurassic World Evolution 2. You can make them as big as you want, as small as you want. At the end of the day, add a bit of water, add a bit of food, do loads of fencing around the outside, and just make it look unique, make it look good. Because as you can see, the Dryasauruses have no problem, and the guests have no problem with the Dryasauruses, they walk straight through. That is the cutest thing ever. So yeah, this is pretty much it. There's not really too much to it, you just need to turn on that brand new setting, which is available in Update 7. By the time this video goes up, it should be one day before you have access to Update 7. So hopefully, once you do load up this game from August 10th onwards, you should be able to have this setting turned on, or turned off, whichever you prefer, and just be able to play around with it. Although I have just realised these things do happen, and yes, the dinosaurs can get out, so I would be careful with that. But technically, I guess it means that you don't really need exhibits for your herbivores. You can let them roam around the island however they like. But yes, this is a petting zoo. This is a walkthrough exhibit. They are back from Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and you can make them look so good. You really can. I'm really happy with how this one has turned out, and hopefully I get to see some of your creations over on Twitter, Instagram. Feel free to tag me. You can find all my links in the description down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, if you want to stay up to date on all of the new tips and tricks for Jurassic World Evolution 2, and more news and information coming from the Jurassic franchise as and when it drops. But most importantly, all I ask for from you guys today is to make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.